You know, sometimes our last reveal at the Game Awards is a teaser for something years and years away. Not tonight. Our final world premiere comes from 61 members of the team that built Apex Legends and Titanfall. 4 years ago, the principals founded a new independent studio with the hopes of pushing the shooter genre forward with a new original game. I've played it, and after you see this trailer, I think you're going to want to as well. Welcome to Highguard.
You know, I wanted my first video of 2026 to be something I cared about, but no. After experiencing Highguard for less than 2 hours, I'm here to say that Wildlight Entertainment made something that somehow, some way, makes Concord look like an unappreciated relic. No, I'm not telling you this for engagement purposes. I'm not saying this to stir up some emotions. I'm being genuine. The games I played of Highguard were absolute shit, and it took me only 2 games to fully uninstall this thing off my system. Now, if you've been living under a rock or just now got internet for the first time, Highguard is touted as being made by the developers of Apex Legends and Titanfall in this 3v3 raid shooter. You assemble your team, you choose your base, prepare your defenses, and then fight to see who gets to raid the other bases first. Once you raid the bases, you go in, take out the generators, and boom, you win. Well, it doesn't matter what the game is like if you can't play it, right? Yeah, no, the damn game launched so scuffed right out of the gate as people waited an hour just to play the tutorial, like my man Big Fry right here.
Day one is never a good, it's never a good indicator of a game's actual merit. So I'm going to move that off to the side here. I haven't even played the game yet. We already have error codes. Let's learn to play. Yeah, we got out at the perfect time. So great fucking tutorial. Let's try it. Let's try it again. All right. Yeah. Let's get into it. It just changed resolutions. Oh. Are the servers fucked?
Now, playing the tutorial, you get a real quick sense that this is Apex Legends coded if the legends you played as were uninspired, unoriginal, and had concrete on their feet. The movement is janky, the gunplay is stiffer than a dead man's dick. Visually, the game doesn't look awful, but then again, the game could look better. You talk to this Captain Price wannabe who can't sync his words to his lips, who will guide you on how to play. In the first half, you learn how to shoot your gun, loot chests for better equipment, revive people, destroy walls, so on and so forth, right? The second half, you learn how to use your horse, how to take over a base. You'll basically learn how to play the game by the end of it, right? So then, after beating the tutorial and waiting some time to get in the game, this can't be real. Hey guys, play the tutorial, so that way you can't play the game afterwards. Alrighty, let's try one more time. Are we gonna get into a game? This game is so chalked. I left my house while checking in and seeing how my friends were finding it. And at this point, I think they'd rather find it in a damn landfill. I got into my first game, and I know some of you will be quick to see my gameplay and say that I'm not good, and that's why I think it's awful. Well, you'd be wrong. The game is awful, even if I was slightly good at it, and I'll tell you why. The performance on my end was rocky from the jump. I would get some micro stutters when encountering enemies or gunfights, and I could swear that there was some really bad desync happening. The gunfights and overall gunplay felt stiff, as if whenever I would start to fire my gun, my mouse would like lock up, and I was more so fighting that than the weapon recoil. I'm not even the only one who thought this, by the way. Hell, Shroud said something about it.
You went in. You can plant. He's alone. Oh. Dude, it's so hard to aim. It's so hard to aim. Like, it's so hard to aim. I might actually need to load up a controller. It's insane.
So I woke up the next day, re-downloaded this hunk of garbage, plugged in a controller, and guys, I'm not gonna lie, the game did play slightly better. I'm not a controller player unless it's for party games or games that require a controller anyways. I can't speak that much on it, but it did feel much better using a controller. And I'm gonna just leave it there. Also, the tutorial may teach you how the game is supposed to be played, but it still doesn't help you considering you're gonna be more lost than Helen Keller trying to imitate sounds on a Fisher-Price See and Say. Seriously, my entire first game, I couldn't tell you what the fuck was happening. The pacing of the game makes no sense, and to be brutally honest, the pacing of the game is borderline non-existent. You take like what, 2 minutes to set up your defenses and gather resources? And keep in mind, it's not like Deadlock where you can kill mobs in jungle to gain additional resources. They didn't think about having that much fun with the game. You just run around on your horse for a minute and a half smacking Heisenberg crystals with an axe to take to the vendor to upgrade your armor and weapons. Then you're tasked with getting the shield breaker. That's when the game ramps in action for as long as you and your team can stay alive long enough to get it to the enemy's base, or for them to deliver it straight to your base like a same-day delivery Amazon package. From that point, we got raided, and when you see it in the tutorial, you're like, oh hell yeah, this is gonna be sweet. You have it happen to you, and you can't help but think, oh hell no. This is lame as fuck. The main objective is to detonate the generators in the enemy's base, and you win. I think, I don't know. And if I'm being real, I was tapped out halfway into my first game. And this isn't a case of the younger generation having a smaller attention span. Deadlock games can go upwards of 60 minutes, and I'm in that bitch dialed in. Hell, even Highguard games can last as little as 8 minutes or go as long as 20 minutes. It's just purely a case of not keeping people attached to the gameplay loop. This was also a case of, I'm getting killed, my teammates are getting killed, I don't know what's going on, the enemy team are playing like they put their life savings on the line. This isn't fun. So after the first game, my morality was in the trenches, but I told myself this. I'm gonna do one more. Just you know, I'll just do one more. See how I feel. I'm already not feeling great. And I honestly should have just uninstalled the damn thing because this happened right after.
Respawns are almost locked. We're getting into the overtime stretch.
Oh, bro, people are already leaving this fucking game. People are already rage quitting. Are you fucking kidding me? Both of my teammates left. Then I hopped back on the next day to get more footage with a controller to see if Shroud was bullshitting, and then this happened. Ain't no fucking... I cannot stress to you enough that this mostly negative, overwhelmingly negative rating that this game has right now is rightfully deserved. And I'm sorry if that makes me sound like a dickhead. I refuse to believe that people played this and said, nah, this is good. Yeah, it is good. A good reason to bring Concord back. In fact, this game is so ass that the game was already actively dying the day that it launched. Then, I wake up and I saw this tweet where the game lost 90% of its active player base overnight. Just look. What a fucking shame. At the end of the day, Highguard is going to be highly regarded as a forgettable IP. It will hold the same weight Concord has since its death, and not even the fact that this was free to play saved it. Keep in mind, this isn't an early access title. This is a fully fleshed out release from what I can see at least. And no, this isn't the result of creators dooming it and having some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy with it. If you genuinely believe that, I want you to tell me in the comment section what flavor of shoe shine is your favorite, because the corporate bootlicking is atrocious. You know how bad you gotta mess up your game to where people won't even touch it if it's free? That should tell you everything you need to know. And I'm so sick of these fucking people on X saying, oh, well, guys, the game isn't that bad. You need to ignore all the negative reviews. But then again, they say nothing about how this game is good. Have y'all noticed that? Take a look on X. Anybody who hypes up this game saying that it's good, they don't fucking say anything about how it's good. This game feels like they took every single terrible thing about hero shooters and battle royales and just Frankensteined it into this. There's so many different concepts, none of them appealing enough to keep you playing longer than 3 or 4 games. I will say, I do feel bad for the developers because the talent is there, you can see it, but the decisions that were made were some of the most out of touch corporate suits who thought that fans would be attracted to this like flies on shit, and we weren't. Oh, and then there's the matter of cosmetics, and you know, they went on to say that they aren't gonna do any over-the-top crossover skins or bombard the players with ads. In their words, they just want to leave us the hell alone. Well, Same here. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna go back to Deadlock. If you want access to that game, a game that's actually fun, a game that actually has updates happening right now, you can always find people sending invites on Steam, or let me know in the comments and I can send you an invite. We'll try to work something out. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to smash that like button and curb stomp that sub button also you don't miss the next upload. Shout out to all the members of the channel for sticking it out with me. I can't believe that this game brought me out of my break. I wasn't fucking planning on coming back, for a little bit at least. But holy shit, this fueled a fire in me. Anyways, I'll see y'all later.